Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at this really interesting product from a company called Vont. It is their Smart Strip Light. Now, I've worked with Vont in the past with some of their other lighting products, and when they reached out and asked if I would be interested in checking out this one here, I said yes, go ahead and send it over, and they were gracious enough to do that, and here it is. I've actually had my eye on doing some sort of smart lighting strip and things like that. I've seen a ton of videos on YouTube about people putting it like behind their monitors, some accent lights in their offices and stuff like that. Well, I have an area in my house where my kids use to play their video games, and I thought this was a really good idea to get some lighting back there. So when they reached out, I took a look at some of the specs, and I really liked what I saw regarding this smart strip light here. So that is actually what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be installing it in that area, so I'll show you guys that later in the video. Now, what I did like about the smart strip light here is it is also very affordable for everything that you get in the packaging here. So taking a look at the box here, you do have, it's just a regular cardboard box, but it has a lot of information all around it. First things first, it does tell you that it works with different types of assistants. So Alexa, Google Assistant, and IFTTT. I'm not exactly sure what that one is. But on the side, it gives you a little bit more information also. It says it has a music mode. It's a do-it-yourself mode or DIY, scene mode. It's got 16 million colors. It does have a timer, brightness control, smart color picking, and it is cuttable. Now, this is available in two different lengths. There is a 16.5-foot one, and I believe a 32-foot one. So I opted for the 16.5-foot. I didn't think that the 32 one was what I needed. It's more than enough for what I needed. So I opted for the 16.5-foot one. It gives you a little bit of a diagram as far as what the light strip looks like, and then some information on their social media accounts. And then in the back, again, it gives you a little bit more information as far as the assistants that they are compatible with, the model number there, and then it does tell you that the power source is an electrical plug. The length is 16.4 feet, so almost 16.5, 16.4. The net weight is 7.2 ounces. It has 150 LEDs, and this one is designed only for indoor use, which is perfect for what I needed. So let's go ahead and get the box open. On the side right here it says "Stay Curious," so that's really cool. And then inside you have the smart strip light here. It does tell you that to go ahead and unroll it if you're going to be turning it on for more than 1 minute to avoid any damages. So basically, if you just want to test out to make sure that it's working and you want to plug in without unrolling the light strip itself, just make sure that you don't keep it for a prolonged time turned on. And then he says, it has a quote in the back here. It says, "You need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star." Okay, that's interesting. And then as you remove the lighting here, it says "there's more." So obviously there's a little hole right here, which you can go ahead and remove this portion. And then you have the rest of the components for the light strip here. So you do have your power plug here. It is a proprietary plug on that end. And then you have your control system here. So this is the part that's going to plug into the light strip. And then this is the part that will plug into the power source. Now, I like the fact that they do include a pretty healthy length on this portion right here, because again, if you do want to run this controller somewhere like on top of a desk or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. You do have some 3M tape that's already been installed in the back here, so basically you can peel that off and then tape this onto, again, the side of the desk or something like that. And then the power source here also does give you a pretty good length on here. So if you don't have a power plug close, like an outlet close to where you're going to be plugging in the lights, you do have some length to be able to get to that. So that's good. I like the fact that they did think about that. This is a little baggie with a couple of accessories. Now these are going to be used to be able to route the strip around corners, so they don't want you to kind of bend the strip. So this will allow you to be able to do that. And then you have an alcohol prep pad and a couple of different things in the bottom here. It says, "It's your lucky day. Scratch to see what you've won." I guess maybe They give you some free stuff, maybe some discounts or something like that. Thanks for your Vont purchase. So you do have like a thank you card here, and then here is your instruction manual. It says how to get the most out of the Vont Smart Strip Light. So pretty easy directions to follow. You know, it tells you to connect it, install on a flat surface, slowly unroll it, continue to press into position as you peel the paper off. So basically, as you are unrolling it, you're peeling the sticky back here, the 3M sticky back, and as you just kind of unroll it as you go, to just unroll it all, just to make it easier to install. And then again, it tells you to, for corners, to use the clips that they provide. And then if you do need to cut it, just cut it where there's a gold segment on the strips. So there it is. So you would cut it right in that section there. So again, you can cut this down to size. I'm going to try and use as much of it as I can. I think the area that I was planning on to use it is probably around 12 to 13 feet. So I would maybe use it almost all of it. It's going to go behind some units that the TVs are sitting on. I thought that was the best place for it. So that is pretty much everything that is inside of the box. And then on the bottom there, it says slide in our DMs at Vont Products with your freshest creation. So I guess that is their Instagram account there. So you do have quite a bit of items in here, and again, for the price, I do like the fact that they basically included everything that you're going to need, and they put a lot of thought process behind how to get you to where you want to be with the light strip here. Especially in when you're talking about the controller here, and then the power source here, and then the strip itself. So I'm going to go ahead and install it where I think it's going to look really nice, and then I'll show you guys kind of like the finished product. Alright guys, so this is the area that I was talking about. It is basically a game room. We have two flat screen TVs here. We have some of the systems connected on one side, and then some of the other ones. My son's actually playing one of his games right now on the right TV there. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to add some ambient lighting here, and I think this light strip does a really good job at that. So as you see, I have two stands that the TVs are sitting on. Because the TVs are not right up against each other, I didn't want to put them on the back of the actual TVs, so I wanted to put them on the back of the TV stands, and it was about, I want to say, 8.5 feet width. So the total width was about 8.5 feet, and then I went up each side of the TVs, so that was about another 2 feet. So all in all, it was about 12 feet. So I did end up having to cut a little bit of the strip, and it still worked out perfectly. So I'm using my finger to point. The remote control is actually, I put it with the 3M tape on the top of the TV, or the top of the table behind the TV right here. There's a plug that is connected off to the side, and it works perfect. So if I do want to use the remote control itself, I can go ahead and turn it on. So I'll go ahead and turn it on now. And I don't know if you guys can make it out, but it's actually set to a blue light right now, and I think it does a really awesome job. It just adds a little bit of ambient light behind here, especially if you want to play at night and have the lights off. I'll go ahead and shut off the lights so you guys can see what that looks like. So it just gives you a little bit of glow, just enough to be able to see what's going on around you, and it puts a lot less strain than an overhead light or something like that would do. Now, if you want to change the colors, you can just change the colors as well. So here I am rotating through a couple of colors. There's a red one, which gives it a nice ominous look to it. And then if you wanted to do some of the different sceneries, you have like these pulsating ones like that one there. So if you're playing a particular game, or maybe you're listening to some music or something like that, you can go ahead and do that, and it'll give you a little bit more ambient. So as you see there, the screen kind of went dark. You can see a little bit more of that light kind of reflecting up on the top. There are some shelves on top of the TV, so it'll bounce that light back down. We go ahead and turn on the overhead light again. Gives us a little bit more to look at. So again, this light strip from Vont is a really awesome option, especially if you've been thinking about maybe spicing up a particular area, maybe in your office, or like I did here in the game room. We go back to a regular lighting there. It's kind of like a yellow light there. So It's very inexpensive, and they give you all the tools that you need to be able to set it up and make it your own. So I'll leave a link below to the Amazon page for Vont, where you can go ahead and pick up the light strip if you want to go ahead and pick one up. Again, it's available in a couple different sizes. Just make sure that you kind of measure out, how much you're going to need of a light before you get one. But it is available in both the different lengths. And put a green one there so you can see that. And again, very easy to use. This was more, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the finished product, so I didn't go through the setup process itself. But again, it's very easy. I just unrolled the light strip as I would pull the sticky tape behind it, and I just laid it flat onto the surface of the back of the two TV stands there. And then once I was done, I cut it along that orange line, and I connected it to the power outlet, and it was ready to go. So very, very easy, especially for anybody that's never done this in the past. Just follow those instructions and you will be good. So there it is. Again, I'll leave a link below to where you guys can pick it up. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.